that explanation of analytics, we just lost our coveted 21 to 34 age group, for the which probably for us probably wasn't that big.
Yeah, really.
I have certainly sung the praises, of Kwesi in this regard, that they did pretty good with undrafted free agents after the draft. That's like false, doing, praising someone with faint praise or whatever that cliche is, but because you want to get the draft picks in the draft and not have to scramble to do so after. But John Schneider did a pretty good job with that, and you wrote about it. He got a center undrafted and who performed well, and the Vikings are in need of a decent center coming up in this next draft. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, it's I think 11 of the 22 starters were guys that he drafted in the last 4 years. The Vikings only had 2 starters still on the team, or four players, and 2 of the starters still on the team. So they couldn't have done that. I'm not saying that everything the team did while Kwesi was the GM was bad. I mean, Jalen Redmond, Ivan Pace for a couple years, Eric Wilson coming in and replacing Ivan Pace. These are all things that I obviously I think, and I don't want to say everything good was either Brian Flores or Kevin O'Connell. Everything bad was Kwesi, but I think that having those 2 certainly helped Kwesi. To me, where a GM gets really exposed is in the draft, because these coaches, that they can't be full-time scouts, be scouting directors and make decisions. They got a job to do while they're doing their day job. Kwesi's got to be the one taking the information and directing traffic in that regard. But yeah, I said that, and this is not to say that Seattle's center is Mike Webster or anything. He actually had a penalty that negated a 49-yard touchdown run by Walker. But it's an example of, he did great in the draft, but he also got a starting center. I think the kid's 25 years old. He's from North Dakota State. He was a left tackle at North Dakota State. Undrafted in 2024, becomes the starter in 25. Plays just like 13 starts. I think he was on IR for 4 games, and then he's starting in the Super Bowl. Now, analytics didn't find that guy. I mean, that's a program identifying that CHP that Ron Wolf was talking about. Can he play? To be able to project that, I mean, that's
got to be